Hello, and welcome to this first webinar on the 2013-14 Relocate Awards. I'm Louise Whitson from the Relocate Awards team, and with me is our Managing Editor, Fiona Murchie. In this webinar, we'll be covering how to enter the awards, talking to one of last year's winners, Elaine Crowe of Rank Group, who many of you will know from her work with the Rug Group and the wider relocation industry, and getting tips for awards success from our team of independent judges. Later in the series of webinars, we'll be talking to more of last year's winners to find out why they entered and how winning a Relocate Award has benefited them and their company. But first, Fiona, for those who haven't got involved before, let's have a quick recap. There are 12 awards this year, covering specialist relocation categories for both HR and corporates and a wide range of service suppliers, including 4 exciting new categories, so there really should be something for everyone. What do you feel is the value of entering these awards?
Well, it's all about raising your company's profile and, of course, your own. It improves business planning, which is very valuable, and for all of us, it drives up standards in this fast-growing niche sector. It helps you recruit and retain top talent, and motivation is important. It'll help boost your team's morale, and this year there seems to be a great deal of emphasis on engagement. It also increases your success and impresses potential investors, customers and management teams.
Thanks, Fiona. The next part of the webinar will focus on the 12 different categories to help you decide which one is right for you.
Yes, don't forget everything is on the website, including how to write a winning submission, frequently asked questions and entry forms and rules. So please do call or email if you have any queries. Contact details will appear on the screen at the end of the webinar.
Our first category is Technological Innovation in Relocation, which recognises the effective and innovative use of technology by a relocation organisation or HR team to bring about business and employee benefits, or the provider of an innovative product or service using technology within the relocation context. Fiona, what will the judges be looking for?
Technology is becoming increasingly important across all areas of relocation, from helping employers to operate more efficiently and work in multiple or remote locations to solutions for those supporting employees both on the HR side and across the range of suppliers. This is an exciting category with so many sectors on board. Last year's winner was an immigration tool from Peregrine Immigration Management, which is ideal for time-pressed employers with expatriate employees and business travellers, and all those involved in international relocation. Anything innovative that aids or supports relocation or makes the experience better for those managing or undergoing a move is, of course, eligible. And technology can cover any area: relocation management software, solutions for global mobility training perhaps, cross-cultural support, or any innovation in the marketplace. It could also apply to recruitment and talent management as well, so there's plenty to choose from.
Thanks, Fiona. That brings us on to Inspirational HR Team of the Year, sponsored by Cartus. Fiona, what exactly do we mean by a team?
The team can be any size, provided it can demonstrate outstanding leadership and excellence in relocation and inspire others. Our winners in 2012-13, Lloyd's Registered Group, were a fabulous example of a team working effectively together on their Southampton relocation project. They designed and delivered an end-to-end relocation strategy with associated policies and processes and had a really clear view and vision. They were thrilled to win, and hopefully we'll be speaking to them later in our series of webinars. You can read about their case study in the summer issue of Relocate, which is on the website. And don't forget, you don't need to be managing domestic or international assignments to enter. You can be involved in talent management or resourcing, or working with another internal department such as tax or immigration, for example.
Our next category is a new one. Best Managing or Growing Talent Initiative is aimed at HR and mobility professionals and talent management, recruitment and resourcing departments in the private and public sectors. Fiona, explain the thinking behind this award.
We've been exploring the alignment of talent management with global mobility in our winter issue, and with the amount of courage given to talent in recent conferences, it seems the right time to introduce talent as a theme into the awards. If talent can align with global mobility, there are huge advantages. Talent shortages, managing Gen Y and X, and the increasing number of far-flung destinations coming over the horizon make it imperative to nurture and retain talent. So we want to hear what you're doing.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to move on now to Best HR and Suppliers Strategy or Team, which is aimed at HR teams working with the supplier to deliver a relocation strategy that enhances their organisation's business objectives and or the quality of the relocation support provided to individual employees. Fiona, tell us more.
Our winner last year was immigration law firm Newland Chase, and their strategy for ensuring 100 workers were able to enter and work in the UK to secure a multi-million-pound energy project. Crucial stuff that benefited the UK economy. The HR team involved may be working in partnership with the supplier on a particular project that requires a new strategy. Alternatively, the HR team may be delivering a total package with support from an outsourced supplier.
We come now to Relocation Service Provider or Team of the Year. Fiona, what types of organisation can enter this category?
Any provider, organisation or team, but not HR, of any size, which can demonstrate that it provides excellence and effective relocation support services to clients and their relocatees. We welcome entrants from across the profession, including relocation management companies, specialist suppliers, such as removal companies, both in the UK and internationally based. Previous winners were Cartus, Pricoa, Robinson's International Removals, Interdean Relocation Services, and of course last year's winner, Connell's Relocation Services. There was also Newland Chase, who won the UK team, and on the international side, Mobility Services International.
We turn now to the Best Property Provider or Solution category. Several people have asked us what sort of companies can enter this category. Is it just for serviced accommodation providers?
This is one of our most popular categories, and that's not surprising as everyone relocating needs somewhere to stay. We're of course thrilled to have so many serviced accommodation providers entering, and outstanding winners have been the Ascot Limited, Seiko, and our 2011-12 winners Bridge Street, and serviced apartment agent Silverdoor, who won in 2012-13. All property solutions are eligible: DSPs, serviced accommodation providers, letting agents, estate agents and specialist relocation conveyances. And that's not forgetting furniture rental, property finders or niche providers.
We're now going to hear an interview Fiona has done with one of our independent judges, Frances King, about what she and her colleagues will be looking for in this year's entries.
I'm talking today to Frances King, who's on our judging panel for the Relocate Awards, and we're going to talk in particular about the Property Award. So Frances, thanks very much for joining us. Perhaps you could explain why it is important for people to enter these property awards and what they get out of it.
I think the entries for property awards are really interesting because for the companies who actually take part, it's a really good advertising for them as well, because with the number of people who actually read Relocate magazine, it's good for them to see which properties are out there, the companies that are out there that people can go to for serviced apartments. It's good for them to show what they can do, what their people can do. Relocation is very important, it's very people-based. So I think that's why they should, when they do their submissions, to be very clear on what they do for the people.
Great. And of course it's also open to other people in the property sector, so it could be estate agents, letting agents or DSPs particularly specialising in property. Anything you can think of to encourage those other areas to get involved?
Yeah, I think they should all take part because, as I say, relocation is all about the people. The destination providers are all people focused, and if they can actually put through on their submission what they can actually do for relocatees, it's very important so then companies can actually see what those people can actually do for them.
Great. And now perhaps you could share some top tips for people actually entering, because I know sometimes people are a bit put off by filling out the entry form, and you've seen a number of submissions over the years. So first of all, what is it that upsets you about some of the submissions?
The biggest thing is mistakes. When we get the submissions through, sometimes there's lots of spelling errors, sometimes they're not spell checked, and also sometimes you will actually see that it's come through with all their corrections on as well, so it hasn't been sent in a PDF format. It doesn't have to be sent in a PDF format, but if it's not checked and double checked, it does make it very difficult to actually read those documents when they come in. As I say, that's one of the big things. There is an awful lot of them that come through, so it's really important to read the questions thoroughly, make sure that they are answered correctly regarding that particular piece, the particular question, because sometimes it goes a little bit off track, and then you know there's an awful lot of information there that you need to read, so it's really important that you keep to the question.
And what about supporting material? Because we do say people can supply a limited amount of supporting material, but again that's got to be quite focused. So would you like to just explain what you're looking for in your supporting material?
Yeah, on the supporting material, what we'd like to see is obviously, because it is very people focused, is to see some testimonials from maybe their clients, more so than sending through the normal publication about their advertising material, because we could actually go on the website and have a look at that ourselves if we need it. So it's just important for them to, the information, the supporting information is all focused around what they can actually do for the people they are helping to relocate.
And I know in the property area there's quite a lot of emphasis about green and eco-friendly initiatives, and also corporate responsibility, those sort of added value things. Can you explain what you're looking for when people provide information about those sort of areas?
Again, on when they send through the supporting information, it would be really good to see what they do regarding all their green issues, and that is obviously how they can save electricity or gas electricity by how many times they change the towels and the bedding, and also when they're getting rid of any rubbish and things like that, to make sure that it is all done in a eco-friendly way.
And also one of the previous judges had said she could spot a mile out the submissions that jump out, that people have put their heart into things. Is there something about that, about the team spirit?
There is, because as I say, I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and it's interesting that sometimes the entries are very similar to what they were the year previously. So it's really good when we get a submission in to see that they've really answered the question, have put down all the new things that they have done throughout the year, even as it's only on how they've actually got a new electronic device to help them, so they've got apps etc. now, which they didn't have the previous year. Also, when there is something about it and you can see they're really, really interested in what they're doing to help people move.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for those wonderful tips, Frances, and we hope that everybody will think about entering the property awards this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That brings us to another of our new categories, financial support and innovation. This award is designed for organisations that provide a specialist financial support to employers and all their relocating employees. Fiona, why is financial support so important in the relocation context?
Firstly, I'll just explain why we've introduced these new categories. As readers will know, the Excellence in Employee and Family Support Award has grown over the years, and with so many aspects of relocation coming on board, we felt it was appropriate to introduce some specific categories for those in areas such as finance, immigration and health and well-being. With regard to financial support and innovation, this recognises one of those hard issue topics that covers a range of financial complexities, from pay and benefit solutions to tax and pensions and international financial issues for corporates. Of course, there's also the raft of financial concerns that need to be sorted out to get relocatees and expatriates up and running quickly in the new location. Every employee needs a bank account for a start, and the right solution for international employee banking makes all the difference, and equally, currency impacts hugely on the cost of moving.
We turn now to Immigration Team of the Year, a new category that reflects the importance of immigration to the global mobility agenda. Fiona, is this award just for specialist providers of immigration services?
Immigration is high on the global mobility agenda. Employers are increasingly aware of the challenges they face in dealing with immigration and visa issues and the risks involved if they fail to comply with regulations. Specialist immigration companies, relocation management teams with an immigration section, or HR teams working with external suppliers, relocation management companies or DSPs, and in-house corporate immigration departments are all eligible.
Our next award, another new one for this year, reflects the growing awareness among employers of the contribution made by health and wellness initiatives to the welfare of staff and the success of the business. Fiona, who can enter the Global Health and Wellness category?
Entry is open to the wide range of companies that provide health and wellness solutions, from international medical insurance to workplace wellness and employee assistance programs. Suppliers of security services and emergency assistance are also eligible, as are organisations providing family support, including childcare and elder care solutions. Employers may also wish to enter their in-house wellness schemes.
That brings us to Excellence in Employee and Family Support, sponsored by Wycott Workforce Mobility. So Fiona, what's the thinking behind this award and who is eligible to enter?
This is a much-loved category because nurturing talent is so important, and increasingly organisations are recognising the value of supporting not only the employee but the whole family to ensure retention. This applies not only to relocation but to repatriation too. This category is open to individuals and organisations from any sector who provide a specialist service to relocating employees and their families. Education consultants, schools, childcare services, plus language, tuition, cross-cultural support, concierge services, etc. are all eligible. And partner support initiatives, including career services, are also vital. This was a hotly contested category last year, with entries from banks to relocation management companies. In the end, the language team of the International School of London, Surrey, won for its outstanding work in supporting not just relocating children, but also their families. And Focus, not-for-profit organisation supporting expatriates and their families, has been a previous winner.
Our penultimate category is Best International Destination Services Provider. Fiona, does international mean that you can't enter if you're in the UK?
You can enter, provided you're dealing with international clients. We're hoping for even more entries this year, as we have been encouraging entries from around the world during our visits to international mobility conferences.
We've also been asked whether some sort of quality accreditation is necessary to enter this category. Well, it's not essential to have Euro or GMS accreditation, but you must demonstrate excellence in delivering core DSP services. And if you do have Euro or GMS accreditation, then you should certainly consider entering. And lastly, one of our most hotly contested categories is always Relocation Personality of the Year. Several people have asked us what sort of person would be a worthy winner of this award.
It is open to anyone working in HR and relocation suppliers, both UK and internationally based. We're looking for someone who has contributed to the profession or industry properly over a number of years, at least 10, or achieved something outstanding. Our highly popular winners last year were Elaine Crow of Rank Group and Helmut Berg of RSB Deutschland, who has contributed so much to Euro. There is a slightly different entry process for this category. If you know someone in the industry or on the HR side who deserves this award, then fill in the shortened entry statement on their behalf. Provide plenty of referees and contact people within your circle to ask them to contribute. You can, of course, enter yourself if you wish.
We're now going to hear from Elaine Crowe of Rank Group, our UK Relocation Personality of the Year 2012-13.
I'm here today with Elaine Crowe, winner of Personality of the Year of the 2012-13 awards for the UK. Elaine, it's fantastic to have you here today. So what does it mean to you to have won the Personality of the Year awards?
Morning, Fiona. No, I'm delighted to be here, and yes, I mean, it was clearly a delight on the evening, and it's continued to be so. I feel that it was wonderful to be recognised by my peers within the relocation industry, and gives one that sort of nice warm feeling that you've actually done your job well, and an accumulation of everything that's gone on in the last 20 years.
Brilliant. And you had a huge amount of support, and it was a fantastic night, and everybody was clearly delighted that you'd won. Obviously you've contributed to the industry over many years, including the Rug Group. So how do you think the direction of relocation has changed over the years?
Yes, I think like most industries, there's certainly been the ebbs and flows. It's going in circles. There's been a lot of in-house and effectively outsourced relocation, and vendor suppliers, third-party management, onto then tenders, and I think we're seeing a little glint of coming back in-house. So a real range within the industry.
Great, that's really interesting. So having taken that on board then, why do you think it's important for the industry therefore to get behind the Relocate Awards?
I've always felt that we should continue to have this flow of transfer of information and continue to be 100% professional, that for the greater good, where we're all in a small bubble of moving a lot of people that's very important in their lives. And it's about getting it right and being 100% professional about it.
And I suppose also there's been this shift towards a lot of organisations who are perhaps only concentrating on domestic UK relocation and now branching out into international as well. So that brings on board a whole lot of challenges.
Yes, there's every different country, nation, continent has changed and continues to change globally. The whole mobility, talent management section is about looking after these people, which is where we started. So it's continuing to do that.
Great, well thanks very much. Well, you've been a marvellous ambassador for relocation over the years, and I'm sure you're going to carry on doing that wherever you go. So thank you once again for contributing so much to the awards, and congratulations on your award last year.
Thanks very much, Fiona.
That was truly inspiring. Now that we've run through the categories and everyone is raring to enter, how do they go about it, Fiona?
The entry process is really quite straightforward. Download an entry form from our website, complete the form in full, including an entry statement and submissions against 5 criteria. Submit your completed entry form by email to awards@relocatemagazine.com with supporting documentation. There are full details on the website.
Thank you, Fiona. That brings this Relocate Awards webinar almost to an end. To sum up, we have a great breadth of categories, including 4 brand new ones for you to choose from, and entering brings huge benefits to you and your company. The deadline for receipt of entries is Friday the 28th of February, so start preparing now, perhaps if you have a quieter time leading up to Christmas or before the new year. We are happy to receive entries now. Full details are on relocatemagazine.com/awards. And if you need any further advice, call Fiona or email awards@relocatemagazine.com.
Yes, please enter. Join us next time to hear from previous winners, their tips for success and the benefits of winning a relocation.